Caramba.
What are you doing? Ah, you hit me in the wiener. Headbutt. Hit me in the wiener.
What's that? This
What's
way?
that?
What did you say?
What? He said you hit me in the wiener. The next thing out of anybody's mouth was right. What's that?
What's a wiener?
There's no break now?
No break.
What are we doing?
No break.
Wait,
We're
what
going
are we
triangle
doing?
choke first. Oh, you just don't worry. We're going triangle choke. So it's all about. You don't even know triangle choke. You gotta learn that.
I already know it. Everybody knows it.
Good. Circle, nigga.
Yeah, dude.
Punch yourself.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I know. Go.
How many times you got here? A million. How many times you finished it?
Doesn't matter. I finally know now. But
Did you watch the video?
I want to learn one more time. What?
You want to watch another YouTube video?
No, I just feel like great when I jump into it right away. And
Okay, I'll
still
still can, but we'll start off with, we're going to do triangles and guard. So, we're going to do a regular triangle, and then we're going to do, like, the variations of triangles.
You know what Adam told me?
Huh.
When I told him we were doing triangles today?
You know what I'm
He
saying?
said he's massive.
I know, he just
I didn't
told me
say that.
thing on the video.
I didn't say
And then when I
that
choked
one
on
bit.
the triangle and get out everyone hits today, we're going to see. So, hand in the head, hand in the wrist is usually how I like to do this one. There's a couple different ways you can do it. The fastest, the best way usually is to pop the wrist to his chest and bring your legs up in one move, lock. This is kind of like a front knee position. And then from here is where we would get our angle, make sure we're always pulling down on the head, the arm, catching. And now from here, usually if their arms aren't on you, they're going to be trying to like grab, like if it's not here, they're going to be grabbing around your arm. Okay? So we don't want to do that. So when we do the triangle right away when we lock up, we're going to come here. We're going to take this and push it across. Now I can also, again, adjust, try to get this to get across. I want this ideally
what you're saying?
across. Yeah, I want to push my hips up. And I'm using his hip to push myself up. I'm not using the mat, I'm on his body. So I'm here, holding, push up. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the back of the head, pinch my knees in as I pull down.
Why don't you want his arm on the other side? Do it again.
So what it does is
Yeah.
it's the same exact thing, kind of like when I started with
Arrow.
Dar stat one day. It leaves this much space in his neck, so when you grab, go ahead and grab around like you would normally, grab your own hands even.
So
And
now
I'm
if you
here,
do it,
even if I get all the way through,
you ain't gonna
it's
finish it?
still really, really hard. That's when we would
Okay.
start to switch and start doing other stuff like this. But this is really hard to get from here. You can also go
I
hold
don't care
bottom.
about offense, let's just run
From
the
there.
defense.
But here, yep. So he's gonna grab around, right? That's trouble. A lot of times if they don't have their hands together, or even if they do, you can kind of push this fire elbow and break. Still come up real heavy, coming up to our shoulders, and push and come back. Here, lock, pinch your knees and pull the head. Okay. Nice and easy here. Choking on coffee, please asleep. Please waking up. Alright, so it's pretty simple, but make sure again, just kind of the fine detail of when we do lock our legs. Alright, so I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna catch, I'm just gonna throw his arm out. Right, just basically just get the heck out of there. Now this is when we start catching. Okay, keep the head, keep the elbow, start going, foot here, and I do this all real fast, right? I don't want to do it real nice and slow, because if I do it, then Dan's gonna start sitting back on his butt and start getting away from me, right? And I don't want that. It's gonna make it harder to lock it up. I want to be here, right? So here, boom, lock it up, hands across. Again, if he does grab around the wrist, around the back, and if he does or doesn't, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna catch his elbow and break, pop that elbow, come back around if I have to. Again, I want to get this as close to his shoulders as possible. A lot of times you won't get it. You won't get it that close. Right? A lot of times over here, you have to kind of weasel it here. Never grab your foot and pull though. You'll see a lot of people grab their foot and pull it. you can really like tear all these little things in your feet. It happens a lot. It's happened to me. It happened to Dan. And so it's one of those things where, and I like to grab my shin and use this kind of as like a brace. So even if Dan starts kind of trying to save that elbow, I'm still here and kind of using my forearm to block it as I'm blocking this in place. Okay. So we're gonna go kind of that fast, pop those legs over the head, right? And remember, like for defenses, is always 2 arms in his legs in this guard, right? Or 2 arms out. That's how it's gonna be that pass you're wrapping around, pass into the head, or keep those 2 arms back. Let's do it fast. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll go with you. You can go. Actually, I'll go there and you go. Okay, I can get my legs around you.
No, you can't.
I will.
Wait, why are you going for it? You already checked the video like 40 times.
You want to do it? You can do it. I'm teaching.
So what'd you say? This arm?
Yeah. You wrap it around, yeah, and then just kind of block that off.
I kind of like this. Yeah, that works. That's good enough.
You're fucking good.
So you works?
I'm usually like one hand on the head, one hand on the arm, and then what I do is I'll just jump. Yep. And now when I'm adjusting, if I have to, I'll put, so from here, take your right and your left foot and put it on my hand. Yep. And now push yourself over and kick this leg close right. Yeah. See how it's tight? See how it's tight? Just like doing that. And so when you do that, you're gonna have one hand on my wrist. That way I can't like sit out. So then you put that hand on. I already have this leg out, right? Boom. Now you boom.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get your legs out underneath that then. You can just get it together. And then pull, kind of squeeze your thighs together. Kind of go like this as best as possible. And then just squeeze that gap. And then
try to squeeze more.
And now from here is where I switch. This hand goes to the head, this hand goes to the wrist. Now I've got that in control. And then just that's okay. It's coming.
This way, right up. Yep. And then head.
I need just a little bit longer legs. That's not gonna come.
Okay, yeah, go
That choking you?
Yeah.
Get your face up.
So, shake really good. What's your feet?
That's what we're gonna work next time. So basically take this knee and put it to the outside of my leg. Nope, the outside.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
Outside. Now bring this leg over. So yep, and start kicking this leg out. Yep. So no, so you know. Push this in, and I'm gonna start kicking you away, like kick this arm, and now I just swing.
Okay.
And so basically what I'm doing is I'm just putting this like where your elbow is and fighting that, yeah. At the same time, kind of keeping you, and then what I do is I just spin the leg, get up, and slide over. Not for those real tight.
Is this Friday? Right?
Yeah, this is just down the wall. And so basically what I always do is I shrimp out, this foot goes to the hip, this knee comes to the outside, and now I start swinging that leg in and around. Yep.
So then still, right?
Boom, push that. Yep.
One.
And it's kind of weird, just swing that leg like in a round circle. Alright, let's go back in. We'll do one more with that kind of same variation, but just showing Aaron what a guy's nice and tight. So. Kind of when you're first beginning, you can kind of really control guys. When guys are really smart, I know what they're doing. They hear elbow hand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the elbow or the wrist in the head. And now I want to get my foot on the one side. Now I'm bring my knee to like the inside of this elbow. Okay. Now I'm kind of keeping this, and now I'm gonna switch, catch the wrist and the head on the same side. Now I'm here. This leg just kind of swims, and I bring it across. And I'll catch. This one's a little deeper, so kind of right away it'll be nice and tight. But so again, he's on me. I got to hip out, bring my knee in. Now I'm kind of fighting like a knee shield, and so he's kind of thinking maybe he wants to fight this knee off. Right at the same time, boom, boom. So. Boom, now I'm here, switch. And then this leg basically, like I said, I just kind of spin it in a circle and bring it back to where that heel faces the mat. As soon as I pull my heel, I pull the hand. Boom, everything kind of comes to me. Now. And so we're gonna do that one a couple times, just kind of get that really out. This one works really, really well in gi. You can hold that wrist in place too.
Can you ever put down?
Yeah. Come on, let's. So elbows like on my rib, like just like that, and now sit back a little bit. There you go. So now I'm here. I'm gonna catch. Knee comes to the outside. I spin or this way. I prefer this way, so I like to pull this across my body. And just kind of when I spin this one out, I pull him across that body already.
Basically.
Yeah, it's just like a shrimp and like a knee shield. Then when you're knee shielding, you don't want to go all the way across that body. You just kind of pinch that, and then just come right over that shoulder. This is a little more of a little more dance, but you'll catch it once you start getting it. Walk for the there, and I'll bring that one over here. Yeah. Now we're going here, and now we're going to switch. So, come back, and when you lock, go make sure this leg goes up a little bit. We're going to work that one through. So I really like this too, especially because deep. I can keep this wrist, get out, catch.
Right, so
Now I just start
here, he said so. We go for shield.
The knee's opposite of the pulling arm.
Yeah, but you gotta switch. That's the part that's gonna be the
Oh yeah,
now switch head. Yeah. And now this knee, bring this knee all the way on my.
So while you're holding, pull his arm, while you're holding this hand, and then when we
So
go
you don't have to really push this hand when you're here. Just and now just spin your leg straight, and now kick it across the head. There you go. Okay, we'll try again. And so take you all the way on that side. Yeah, see how it's pinning now? Now, big pull when you switch hands. And this one goes to my head, and you're gonna pull me in nice and tight. Now pull. Pull just like that.
Right as soon as it
That's
take it.
one motion.
And that's why this one, I really like this one too, because a lot of people, especially knee, they fight this knee shield. So they're kind of fighting here. So they kind of assume you go for a knee shield, then once you start switching, I'm already right in my triangle. Most guys are kind of even trying to tap you.
That's tough.
Got it?
Okay, we'll go to the next one. Now we're gonna do opposite when you do lock your legs the opposite way. So I'm here, again, whatever setup, boom, I kind of get here. Now I'm in this threatening position, right? So let's say every time I try to do this, maybe I feel like Dan's gonna sit up. So I'm like, oh no, okay, I gotta keep this. So it's a little easier to kind of lock and lock the opposite way, right? Maybe if you pull your shin, keep Dan down, catch. So now there's a few different things I can do from here. When I kind of have this backward triangle. And a lot of times when you're beginning to, you're like, oh no, I got the triangle, what's going on? It's just because our legs are backwards, but we can still finish from here. So what we do is we're gonna take the arm, we're gonna pass it like we want them to pass it. But we're gonna keep that wrist. Okay? Now what we do is we're gonna reach across, grab our own hand, and start bringing this to his back. Okay? I wanna make sure, if it's straight, I can just bend it straight out across my own arm this way, or I can bend it and bring it to the back of the head. And again, I don't really have to do much here. Sweep hands on. Now, another good thing you can do too is when you got this locked, is I can switch into an arm bar. So if Dan starts to kind of even pushing into me, like he's gonna try to stack me, I can switch right into my arm bar. Here. Another good one is if maybe I can't get my legs as locked in here, I can only get them here. Maybe Dan's big or he's sitting up and being real postured. I'm gonna take my hands, I'm gonna dive and S grip. I like the S grip for this one. Okay. If you can do this, you can do this, but I prefer S grip because, especially with like Aaron, I feel like any of the other ones, when he starts flexing, he can kind of slip that, especially when I'm really slippery. So I want to get this good S grip. So I just kind of dive around the bend of my legs and I catch. Now what I do is I straighten my legs and I pull my elbows in. You'll see I'm kind of already putting a lot of pressure on Dan, and then I'm going to use my whole leg. All that pressure on Dan.
You're just pushing up?
Yep. And I'm kind of leaning. Okay? I'm kind of leaning to this way and pushing a lot of that pressure in, but I'm really just squeezing that in. And here, we can also attack the arm if we're in a regular triangle. They're all that same option, but don't think just because you have it the opposite way, you can't finish him. Just kind of learn to like, okay, if I won't be able to choke him from here, unless I TP, with that first, that second wasn't TP. The first one is basically just like a, I think they call it the bolt lock. You lock it backwards and kind of start going for that arm, and then you can also switch into the arm bar. So those are just kind of some things to think about and play with, and then we'll go into, alright, 1, 2, 3.
What's going on here now?
Just go ahead and try this on like, yeah, backward, get the backward one, try the one with the TP where you grab your own leg, try where you get the lock backward, try to finish it.
So I'm reading this one now.
I can see a whole
Now lock your legs,
Well,
like
the
just drop your legs.
one.
Yep, now just like that, now what you do is you can
So you have the,
this one,
what you call it,
or sorry, this leg
Yeah,
across.
this way, right?
Yep,
So
this
you
way
have
across,
this
and now
one.
here.
Well,
Yep, now this is kind of backward, like see it's kind of hard to, but if I start fighting like
What was that?
you
You
fight,
got,
just
let's
go
say-
ahead and first grab
let's say
this
you
wrist.
have it not
Hold
so
it, start
good.
more on that.
You can reach up,
Over the
and
top,
grab
over the
your
top.
hands like this.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all right.
Boom.
And what's
Now,
all
the
here?
other one is,
Oh, yeah.
I'll start stacking you, grab behind her. So, nope, let go of this lock.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
lock your
there's the
legs
other way,
up.
it's this way. Or
Now,
that way, well.
bring your knees to your chest and right
Yeah,
here,
that's a
reach
good way.
behind your legs and get some. Yep.
Then, like I said, the other one was when he like reached up and grabbed behind his back.
So, try to get,
Fine,
can
I'll come back.
you get your arms behind the legs like here?
Yeah, and then he both legs.
Yeah, just like that. That's how you want it.
Oh, shit.
So, if it's gonna suck right when you hold your legs there.
So,
Pull them up and squeeze just like that.
Oh.
There you go.
yeah.
And then you just start squeezing the shit out of it.
So,
Another 20.
Another 20, 30.
yeah, yeah, this is what you got.
So here.
So you,
For some reason, let's say I get you in a threatening position.
this
Again,
way.
especially if they get, feel like, oh my god, what, I start trying to do this, and they not solve this. Start switching. Another good thing I kind of didn't show them is, once you're here, this way you can start working with some of the line.
Oh, yeah.
Start coming over.
Oh my god, this is it.
It's an all plata, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pinch under my own leg, and pinch Aaron's
Dude, that's
elbow.
crazy.
At the same time, I'm gonna push his head,
That one, I
and
like
bring
that
my
one.
foot to the mat.
That's nice.
As I do this hand shoots,
I foresee that in
I come up,
Yeah.
now I just start putting, you're basically putting a lot of
I didn't
pressure.
realize you
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't show it yet, but
I thought
these ones are just right here.
applying pressure to his arms.
Bolt lock, this one here,
Yeah,
or you start attacking your arm,
Good, I see
or
that. Stop it.
TP, which I really like.
You know?
Then go for trying to do this. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay, powerful.
And so in the thing, you can grab the head, and push those through, and then those legs just
That
cross.
was weird.
Just cross, yeah, you don't have to get that, yeah, now it's
This
not.
works.
Yep, just get here first, and then this is a fight.
Well, we don't have to, see, you're,
Oh shit,
we
I
don't have to grab
over,
our
now it's
arms.
easier to slide your leg
It
over.
doesn't even matter.
I was trying to like fight my route down.
You don't have to have it.
Now, oh yeah, now I'm going, switch it either way. Boom, now this
So you're
one's
saying even
flop,
if I have it-
to your chest. and
Even if I have it on,
Yep, TP, squeeze.
it'd be this way actually, even if I have it the wrong way. This one's up, or no, that's right, anyway. So even if I have it this way,
I can reach, but it's.
I can still.
They probably start doing deep pads.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
So,
when you do that one, bring your
Yeah.
legs up a little higher. So go ahead and lock your legs around them again. Now just try to bring your knee up as high as you can on his back and straighten your legs up. Just like that. There you go. Now reach up.
I can't. I don't want to do that too much though, because it feels like I'm squeezing his fucking head too much.
If you know why you know that,
Well,
he's not white.
So, here, so pause
It's
those
stuck.
things.
Okay.
Go back to my hair for 1 second. Your legs go
I think he's
back.
got a second one, doesn't he?
Once we're here, I want to get these legs kind of up as close to Dan's neck as possible. When I'm down here, it's hard to, you're a little shorter than I obviously, but it's really hard because your knees are already kind of like fighting your body. So you want to kind of bring them up. And then that way I'm just locking just his neck and just his head. So that way I'm not locking like that shoulder back there, because then it's really hard. Pull it up and lock just that little spot. And that's why I was saying I kind of turn a little bit too. And then I can really straighten my legs and finish going. Hopefully. He's attacking me, hopefully.
yeah, it's attacking.